This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, the Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars, the Dairy Barn, and the Grinnell Booster Club. Good afternoon and welcome to the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. My name is Dan Walker. My son Tyler Walker is running the camera tonight. We are in for a nice afternoon, a little bit cooler than I thought it would be. The sun was out earlier this morning, but Pella Christian Eagles come into town as sporting a 2-3 record against the Grinnell Tigers and an 0-3 record, looking for their first victory of the afternoon or of the year. So we're going to kind of cheer them on as we go. We're going to go ahead and take another round of our commercials for our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with the pregame.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
Good afternoon, and welcome back to the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Quick thank you out to our sponsors, Polly Eyes Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, the Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars, the Dairy Barn, and the Grinnell Booster Club. All right, let's get ready to go here. Our starting lineups. The teams are lining up, getting ready to be called out there. So as they get called out, we'll go ahead and make the rundown of who our starting lineups are. It looks like tonight our officials are going to be mic'd up. I don't know if that means if they're just going to be going back to the press box to tell what's going on, but it's something new for this evening's activities at the TT Cranny Field, typically the field that we're used to watching all of our high school football on. Boys soccer has been brought back to TT Cranny. It has been previously played at Orange Park on the other side of town. The girls have played here the last 2 years, and now the boys are back. This will be the last year that we'll see real grass on TT Cranny, as in this fall. As soon as the soccer, we're actually going to cut the soccer season short by one match, and it'll be played at Orange Park, and they're going to start the tear up and start going to town on putting that new turf out there on the field. As we're waiting here for the officials to get their mics and everything tuned in. Starting lineups for Grinnell would be 0, Jack Dalby Albright. Number 2, Jack Hoops. Number 4, Kieran Jones. Number 5, Rory Burnell. Number 6, Jeff Seek. Number 7, Julio Parmley. Number 9, Grace Capanzo. Number 10, Ben Stringfellow. Number 11, Braden Graff. Number 19, Anthony Torres. And lastly, number 23, Will Burkett. For Pella Christian, we have our goalie, which is Keegan Fampa. And excuse me if I butcher any of these names. Please feel free to send us a text via our Wix website chat, and you could correct me on any pronunciations for Pella Christian. Number 2, Theo Hugen. Number 5, Ethan Van Onderdonk. Number 7, Caden Van Weidengarten. Number 8, Trey Van Manen. Number 9, Nathan Brower. Number 10, David Oliver. Number 11, Traven Parker. Number 12, Camden Parker. Number 13, Aiden Stoltz. Number 15, Jack Fancher. And as we'll wait here, they're doing the announcements out on the field right now. All right, thank you for the national anthem there, Mr. I believe Scott Pease over on the public address. I'd also like to put a special thank you out to Grinnell Mutual, which is our scoreboard sponsor, and our quarters are brought to us by Brent Nickel State Farm, or our halves, first half, second half. Teams will get huddled up here and get prepared to start off. I'll give you a little pre-warning. I am 100% a football and basketball play-by-play commentator, not a soccer. So,
going into tonight's game, a couple key emphasis here. Grinnell Tigers have been held scoreless so far with, looks like Jack Hoops has been our main target for scoring, as he has had 6 shot attempts leading the team this season, where Theo Hugan for Pella Christian seems to be their leading scorer with 14 points on the season. So he's going to be one of the key athletes that we look for scoring tonight.
So the Tigers have won the flip for the evening, so they're going to start off here. Looks like Jack Hoops is in the center ring. He's going to get things rolling for us. And there, a 40-second play is in. Boy, these numbers are even harder to see than the girls' jerseys. Number 8, Van Manen on the far side for a side end for Pella Christian. Graff with a kick, gets the ball up. Good run down by Caponzo. Pella Christian steps in, the side out the ball. Torres with the throw in. Back around to Hoops. Hoops keeps it offside. Pella Christian kind of defends a little bit. Back end play right down the center of the field. Back off to the side. Torres with a nice defend there. Hoops is going to have a throw in for Grinnell. Trying to find Caponzo out there in the center. They go long. PC out. That was Jack Fancher kicking the ball out. Jack Hoops centers the ball up, gets things going, kind of resets back onto the far side. Jones back off, back to the center. Pella Christian back to Jones. Jones intercepts, crossed over to Theo Hugan, which, as Tyler said earlier, is #1 scorer on the team. Nice footwork there.
Something else also to mention, Grinnell has only had 2 corner kicks on the season, which is just showing kind of a lack of getting it behind the goal there. Hopefully we can get those numbers up. Hopefully we can also see a first goal on the season for the Tigers.
Yeah, overall, Jack Dalby Albright has been doing fairly well. I think he's only been scored upon, what, four goals all year so far.
I think it's 16 goals were attempted on season, and
Score this. Yeah, he's been scored on 16 times. Long shot there by Pella Christian. Jack Dalby Albright steps right up, kicks it out. Don't really have a wind affecting us too much tonight. Parker lines the ball up, back on the far side there. Again, it's very hard to see the Pella Christian yellow, or the, goldish yellow letters on that white.
Seems to be all of Pella Christian's starters are also in the teens, so it doesn't help that they all start with 1.
Shot on goal there, high, so Huggins in there, or Hughes, Huggin, I believe, pushing that ball hard. Oliver with the nice throw in. Will Burkup steps up, header off that thing, gets it out of there. Stoltz with the throw in. Huggins down there tying a shoe. I think it's
his second time he's been down already.
I think.
So you're going to see him kick out to Caponzo here, trying to get him. Caponzo may be one of the fastest, if not the fastest soccer player I've seen in Grinnell in quite some time. His burst speed as well allows him to get in front of the crowd heavily.
Graf had some nice footwork there, trying to line it up while Caponzo was trying to get himself out there in the center. Coach Coster is telling him to line up and get prepared for the kick out here.
Like you mentioned earlier, there is, compared to the girls' game we had the other night, there is 0 wind out there.
Yeah.
So not much of effect on the ball we're going to see from those goal kicks.
Stoltz lining that ball up. Burkett gives a little kick back the other way. Manning kicks that in. Burkett again. Nice stop. Gets in front of that ball. Jeff Seek down there putting a little pressure back on him. Stoltz looking to line things up to throw in. I'm sure he's trying to find Huggin. Jeff Seek with the header kind of bounces it back out. 19. Torres steps in front, gives a little bit of a Will Burkett. Another header there, stopping things off play, kicks it out of bounds. Stoltz with the throw in, trying to get across. Will Burkett in there defending well. Number 5, Van Arndonk. This Graft running up the side looking for Rory Burnell. Over to Caponzo. Rory's got a nice run on him. He's got to size him up, try to get things slowed down here. Fancer.
Corner kick number 3 on the season. As I'm looking through the roster here, we have, I think, only 3 seniors from what I can see. So this is a very young Grinnell team compared to a heavy senior-led team, if you remember Grinnell's 2021 roster, as that will go off the side of the bar.
Yeah. Roy, just a little bit too much of a inward curve on that. In other words, that thing, if it would have had another 6 inches, it would have dropped right inside there. Pella Christian with the kick out. Getting Van Arndonk lined up here. Torres putting some pressure to that outside. That was off Pella Christian, so Torres got to have a throw in. Gets it over there to the center. Jeff Seek. No control, throws it back, gets outside there. Oliver with the throw in. Rory Brunell tries to do a header to bounce it up. Parker tried to throw it. Grinnell's going to set up and kind of reset things. We're going to do, someone must have been offsides. They're doing a penalty kick. This could be off Camden Parker. That'll be actually they're going to say that went off of Grinnell. Stoltz with the throw in. Back over to Stoltz. Lines it up. It's going to be off Will Burkett's foot. So Stoltz is not going to be a corner kick. It's going to be a corner throw in. Tries to line that thing right across there. Hoops gets his head up in the way, gets things out. Looks like Jeff Seek with the kick out to save, get things out of the goal zone there. Stoltz with another nice throw in. Will Burkett gets a header on it, tries to get things slowed down there. Torres with a nice kick out and a save. Back over to Seek. Back up to Jack Hoops. Pella Christian intercepts. Stoltz steps in. Job Rory Grinnell tries to kick it out. PC just can't. Good defending there. They kick it and get it right back across. Can't see who that was. Can you tell? Number 4. Kieran Jones with the long kick out.
Right now, Torres and Burkhead are doing the best job for Grinnell defense. Definitely being the most physical on the defensive end, trying to get it outside of there, as Theo has been trying to get it inside as well. Last thing Grinnell wants is Theo taking a shot on goal. Theo right now has a 78% shot on goal percentage this season, leading the team by far. So the last thing we want is him taking a shot.
Jack Hoops kind of in the battle there amongst 3 Pella Christian opponents. Back over to Stoltz. Torrey steps up, takes that away from. They're going to have a nice run down the line. Can Graff get to it before it goes out of bounds? And they did call it out, so Stoltz is going to have the throw in right here. Nope, it's not going to be Stoltz. It's going to be, is that number 10, David Oliver. Ultimately ends up in Stoltz's control, going back the other way. Torres with a nice step in. Back cross. Pella Christian takes a look at it, trying to get Theo Huggin lined up there. Nice. He's got some pretty incredible footwork when you start to watch him. Shot on goal there.
Great prediction there by Dalby Albright. As I will give credit to Dalby Albright, once he gets his foot underneath that thing, he's pushing the 50-yard line every time.
So Jones tries to get it out. So far, Pella Christian's played quite a bit of time right here on this Grinnell side with 28.
Fella bringing it up on the inside. He's going to take a shot and be caught by
It's going to be
Oliver, right?
No, Fompt, I believe. That's who the Will Burkett takes a big header to get her back across the sideline. Back across. And PC's going back and forth here. It's going to be out, so I believe Torrey's going to take a quick throw and run. That's going to be off of, well, he kept it in play. Torres keeps quick, fast work there. So Capanza.
Here goes that downhill speed I'm talking about from Capanza there.
Looking at Graff upfield. Oliver steps in, kicks it back out. Graff's looking for a good quick throw in here to try to get PC off guard. Seek tried to pick it back up. They're going to reset all the way back out to the back with Jones. Jones takes a nice kick in. PC gives a header there. Bonzo's working tough in there. Graff's getting a kick, trying to get it back out. And that's going to go out of bounds on.
Stayed in by Stringfellow.
Oh, stayed in. Fortunately, PC has the people in the right spot. Jack Hoops there to intercept it before it gets to the half line. Gets her back down the field. Stoltz is fast on his feet.
The control by Pella Christian is incredible.
It is. Quick and getting the ball in. Stoltz is looking up that field all the time. Sees Huggin there.
Huggin splitting the defense apart like string cheese here. Seems like we have it's either offsides or penalty. Apologies from Dan and I, as we are not the international football experts, I guess. We are more the American version.
But if At least we're getting you live footage, so I would assume we have some people from Pella Christian watching, because what I see, unless you're sitting across the way, I'm not seeing too many people sitting here on the sidelines.
We have aggression here from Pella Christian as Brownell hits the floor. So we will get a penalty kick here from Hoops. Or not a penalty kick, my bad. A throw. Or
yeah, it'll be a penalty
it'll be a
kick
penalty
from the corner.
kick.
Nice kick. Rory Grinnell kind of sidelines it down and brings it back. Capozzo trying to reset. Have another offsides again.
Seems like another penalty kick here by Grinnell. .25:08 here left in the first half as Hoops will take the penalty kick. We'll go far side up to Brownell. Brownell will lose control of it and will be recovered by Pella Christian. I think if Brownell got a little bit more control under that, we could have had a possible first Grinnell goal of the season.
As it was setting down, Rory, I think his eyes got a little bit bigger. PC gets that thing kicked all the way out to the
very impressive
2/3 line. Huggins working that ball. He isn't disturbed by anybody. I mean, he takes hands on his side and he works his way through it. Hayden Stoltz for the throw in. Rory Grinnell steps up, heads it off. Seek with the kick out, trying to save things.
Beautiful split between the defenders here. Here goes Caponzi, who's going to try to recover. He will not be out on Pella Christian. It will be throw in by Graff.
And we
like
must
have a substitution.
Substitution, yes. So number 13.
Oswaldo Gomez subbing in, the sophomore.
Torres had the throw in. Off of Seek's head. Ponzo gets it stripped out from underneath him. PC back cross center line off Seek's foot. Back cross Parmley. Parmley had an older brother that played quite a bit of soccer also.
Great defense there by Julio, not allowing the Theo to get the edge on him there. Stringfellow with the ball across the 50-yard line. He's going to set a reset back to,
I think that is number 4
Jones.
On that far side, Jones.
Now gets the edge here. Here goes Stringfellow, and it looks like him and Brownell kind of got caught up, not knowing who wanted to take the ball there.
So they got to call a personal foul. Coach Coster's a little bit. Just like in anything else, you have designated plates that you should be running, and they weren't there. PC with a nice throw, and actually as a penalty kick, got the thing all the way up. Grinnell's tracking back the other way. Capozzo, oh, nice lead out here for Rory Grinnell, as long as he could, and they're going to call an offsides.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't fully comprehend the offsides rule in soccer.
Well, it's the sets of, and I'll probably say it wrong, the forwards, and then the center group, and then the defenders in the back, and Ponzo with a nice header, trying to keep things in play there. Jones comes up, kicks it around. Stoltz keeps it in play, but can't get his kick around the corner to bring it up the field. Torres with a throw in.
Grinnell struggling to weave it through that Pella Christian defense, as Gomez does actually a pretty decent job getting through there, but it seems like when Pella Christian has the ball on the other side, they're slicing it through us like nothing. Which that's where that very young, experienced core comes into play, which senior Roy Brownell, I think, attempts to take a shot, and he will be called.
He's going to get a penalty for
disagreeing.
disagreeing.
Disagreeing with the ref. I think the initial call was possibly offsides. You'll be given a yellow card.
He's going to get a yellow card. He might be getting another color by the time he's done.
Like I said, that young core, very, very crucial to this year, and experience obviously is good for them to develop in the long term, but as of right now, you don't get much experience, which allows them to possibly struggle in these games like this. This year, Grinnell soccer took a toll with what would have been veteran starter Calvin Dworsky making the big decision of pursuing track his senior year, which we 100% support, but losing a...
Yeah, which he was a dual athlete, so he stayed as being a dual athlete in the spring. He's playing tennis and track, where before he was playing soccer and tennis at the same time. So,
which we 100% support Tiger athletes for trying new sports. Love to see their diversity show even more, which it's definitely apparent that Calvin Dworsky is a very diverse athlete. But obviously not having him out on the field this season has taken a toll, especially on the offensive end for these Tigers.
Graft putting a little bit of leadership out there, trying to point him, get him upfield. Capazzo with nice chase there. I think they're actually going to throw that off of Pella Christian, so Grinnell's going to get the throw in. Line things up.
Those tall Pella Christian defenders are really struggling.
I got to say that we stop and say, what in the world does a tall person have to do with soccer? But when it comes into heading that ball off, if you got a bunch of shorter Grinnell players, that's a big difference.
And Grinnell will get their first score of the season. Ben Stringfellow.
And no penalties.
No penalties.
Can't beat that right there.
Ben Stringfellow, that was, according to the stats we have, that was his first shot on goal this season. So pretty good percentage.
That's the first shot on goal that wasn't penalized for Grinnell this game or match.
Grinnell's going to have to utilize those quick offensive possessions, as Pella Christian seems to be dominating Grinnell on their offensive end. So I think if Grinnell can get running, Grinnell definitely does not have the advantage in height, but Grinnell seems to have the advantage in speed almost when getting the straightaway on offense.
So at 1945 into the match, Grinnell has score number 1. PC's got to go right back at it hard. Huggins working against them, pushing that ball inside. Like number 7, Parmley was able to get that ball out of there. Stoltz with the throw in. He's got a good arm on him. He can get that thing right in there where it needs to be. So that's probably where Pella Christian succeeds so well.
Really, Parmley with the incredible clear out.
To boot. If it would have been the other night with wind, it might have made it to the goal. Jack Hoops with a header there, trying to keep things going towards Grinnell's way. Number 8 for Pella Christian, Van Manen. And Albright steps up and tries to slow things back down there. Back up across the half. Capanzu. He's got some footwork on him. Stringfellow, once you get that goal, he's going to have it in him. He's going to want to keep going here.
It's kind of like the sport of basketball. All you need to do is see that ball go through the net once. Once you have that confidence, it's a whole different ball game for you.
Hoops gets a line on it. Pella Christian wants to take that away from him. That's number 12, Camden Parker, stepped in front of that. Hoops with a nice toss, trying to look forward to Capanzo. Back over to Gomez. Gomez sides back over to Capanzo. He just short sides it off, kind of spun off the side of his foot.
Couldn't get enough air on that. I think he was aiming for the far back side, but sadly couldn't get the air time that he was hoping for on that one. That'll be also Grace's first shot on goal attempt this season.
PC, he has a leg on him. He can kick that thing out there. It's going to be out on Pella Christian. Throw in by Torres. Tries to get things running with, a little bit of rough there. You know, it's just like basketball and you get foul called on you. You just got to play the obvious, like, really? You know, everyone just step up there. So Jack Hoop's going to take a shot on, try to take a shot on goal here if you get a little air underneath it.
If you can get the weak side header in.
And right there's Aiden Stoltz gets his header in it and gets it, knocks it out of bounds.
Just to give the people at home an idea of the differences in offense here, Pella Christian going into this afternoon's matchup against Grinnell has more shot on goal attempts than Grinnell's had shot attempts this season, with 20 shot on goal attempts where Grinnell has only had 17, my apologies, shot attempts on the season. So just to give you an idea of how different of offenses we are going against tonight.
Will Burkett puts his head to it and kind of went wrong direction, but Albright was ready to sweep that thing up and get it kicked back out of there.
Got to give Will Burkhead his credit for putting his head into the game.
Cross center, Cabanzo lines up over to Graff. Kind of get a line on it. Gomez steps in, tries to keep things going. Pella Christian gets a big boot on it, back across the line. Dolby Albright comes out of that box. It always gets a little bit dangerous without having Parmley coming across, or whoever's going to step up on that backside to give you that protection there. Dolby Albright kicks her out of there. Torres gives a nice lead. Gomez steps back. You got to think he's looking upfield,
Got a
looking
runner
at
if you can hit
Capanzo.
Capanzo here.
Stringfellow coming down the far side. Always got a good shot on goal right there.
Had a great shot attempt from Stringfellow there.
A lot of good things are happening for the Grinnell Tigers tonight. You know, just working that ball, and you know, again, this is only the fourth match of the year, I believe.
Yes. This will be Pella Christian's 6th matchup of the year.
Pella's got a good boot in there, so a shot on goal. Pella Christian's coach is saying, I think there's a little bit of too much activity there.
Which Pella Christian right now is hungry for another win, as Pella Christian going into tonight's matchup is on a 3-game losing streak, and out of their, as much as we've described their offense as being very efficient, the last 3 games Pella Christian has only scored 1 goal, being shut out in their last 2 matches to Norwalk and Indianola with a combined score of 9-0.
Pella Christian coach having a little bit of disagreements on philosophy of soccer there with the official. Everyone has their opinions. Jack Dalby all right with a nice kick out. Graff puts a little header on it, try to get some direction on it. Jones lines up. A bit of rollover there.
Pella Christian coming into this matchup kind of physical, as historically they would very much likely like to get back into the winning column. Pella Christian has lost the last 5 matchups against Grinnell. 2 of those losses coming in, or 1 of those losses coming in from last year, losing 2-0 to Grinnell.
Burkett gets ahead of Huggin there. Nice step in by Torres. Torres bouncing around.
Torres has been very active on the defensive end, being able to clear out better than ever. A nice catch by Dalby Albright, as they are going to call a...
They're going to give a penalty on Hoops, I believe.
Now, depending on where this kick is, this is where that Grinnell height may lack them more than anything. With, I think Burkhead might be the only guy out on the field I can see right now over the height of 6 foot.
Yeah, because all it would take is a header by one of the taller.
Which Burkhead, they're not even going to line Burkhead up. It seems they're going to have Torres, Hoops, and that ball will go high. It will hit the crossbar.
Yeah, it looked like it went off of Graff a little bit. Graff over there in that corner fighting hard.
Capanzo on an island, just swarmed by Pella Christian defenders.
Jack Hoop steps, get a good foot on Pella Christian. Nice job there. And they're going to call a personal foul on that. Pella
I
Christian
think it's going to be out
coaches-
on. Was it a personal foul?
Yeah, they're going to give a kick.
13-16 remaining in the first half. Grinnell leads 1-0. Been a pretty even matchup back and forth. Pella Christian dominating early on the offensive end, but one Grinnell goal has changed the momentum entirely for this, as Caponzo is going to turn back to Seek. Seek back to Jones. Jones back up to Caponzo. Caponzo is going to hit it up to Stringfellow, who will try to save it in, which he does. Caponzo runs into
Caponzo's
Zane, or Zanis. Burkhead's going to reset it back up to Hoops, the freshman.
Parmley gets a nice step in on that, trying to get Caponzo and Gomez and Graft all running that ball here. Stringfellow sits kind of on that right side.
It almost seems like Grinnell's spacing almost is what's
they-
killing them
gets
there.
clumped up a little bit. Nice pull back there by Jack Hoops, and he gets it pulled from him.
Pella Christian, you can see the two strikers up here. Almost when they come up, they're going to try to spread out more, where Grinnell is becoming a little bit more clustered. Great save there by Dalby Albright here.
And Grinnell does a good job of covering that backside of the goal when Albright steps out. Have a throw in over there on that far side by Jones. Looks like we're going to have a substitute here. Rory Brunell's going to come in for Jeff Seek. I think Rory had a little sit down time for his yellow card he received. Parmley get a foot on it, trying to slow things down. It's going to go all the way out of the track.
Safe to say, Julio definitely has a lot of resemblance with the amount of power he gets into his kicks to his brother. It's going to be a goal kick here from Jack Dalby Albright.
10:59 left here in this first half. Jones gets it back across half.
Christian. It should be a throw in by Grinnell. Grinnell's going to try to go fast. Graff into Brownell. Brownell up to Stringfellow. He had one, or that will be Stringfellow. He had one goal earlier tonight. So he'll be out on him, as they call it. It'll be a throw in from Pella Christian. Pella Christian able to get a lot of power behind those throws.
A little bit of lengthiness, I think, is helping that.
Lengthy and tall, which, if you're any familiar with Pella Christian basketball, then you saw a lot of that from their Pella Christian basketball team, who was just participated in the two-way state basketball tournament just a couple of months ago.
Hoops kind of running there.
Caponzo going to try to get a head start here. Caponzo tried to get in front. Incredible save by Fatma. The sophomore. Brownell and Graff swarming up the ball here. Ball coming across midline. Will Burkhead's going to boot it across. Going to be swarmed up again by Pella Christian ball. Taken up by Gomez. Gomez gets stolen from him, going back. Torres, who has been an excellent defender for Grinnell today, is going to knock it away from Pella Christian, and it's going to be picked up by Dalby Albright.
And they're going to say that
they were going to say it's out on Dalby Albright. Kind of a...
I think because he came out of the goal box.
His body came out. I don't know the exact ruling on how the ball is. I know when it comes out of bounds, the ball has to be completely outside. Obviously, we're in a press box, so we're 50 yards away and won't be able to tell perfectly what it looked like. But from my angle, it seemed the ball was still in the midline, but obviously the ref with a better angle thought different. Corner kick here for Pella Christian. Pella Christian has had a significant amount of corner kicks, and that will overshoot The Grinnell goal kick.
8:26 left here in this first half. Jack Dalby Albright's going to get that thing kicked out of there.
Ben Stringfellow is going to head it up to Brownell. Brownell's going to bring it up. It's going to be stopped by Pella Christian. Kept in by Graff. Going to be reset by Kaponzu. Roy Brownell is going to attempt to kick it off. He's going to get stolen by, once again, just a taller, lengthier defender able to reach around them.
Grinnell is doing a good job of defending Huggin down, though, or keeping him down. Jack Hoops with the takeaway there, pushing that thing up the field. Number 15 for Fancer, Jack Fancer, steps in the backside there.
Seems to be a penalty on Grinnell. He was going to launch it backwards. He's going to be caught by Dalby Albright. Dalby Albright wants to go fast as Pella Christian's defense is still all the way back. Kaponzu's going to catch it up. He's going to head it to Brownell. Brownell's going to try to bring it up. Just went by Kaponzu.
Hoops steps in.
Go back to Hoops. The freshman bringing it up to Gomez. Gomez is going to hit it back. Back to Hoops again. Coming back to Graff. Graff is going to send a Stringfellow. Stringfellow is going to try to get there, but won't be able to, just short, as Pella Christian now going to throw in with 6:43 left in the first half. Graff sneaking in behind. Pella Christian defenders aren't able to see him. Kaponzu's going to bring it middle. He's going to send it up to Gomez. Gomez is going to line up perfectly for Kaponzu, and Kaponzu's going to sneak it by the goalkeeper, and that will be a Grinnell goal. Kaponzu's first goal of the season with a beautiful assist from Gomez.
Score number 2. Goal!
An incredible play there by Grinnell Soccer.
So 6:30 left here in this first half. The most goals scored by Grinnell all year.
And we got to witness it.
That's right. Right here live on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
You know, we were just talking about height kind of ruining Grinnell in some circumstances, but you saw in that throw-in there, Graff was able to just sneak by because of his height, not being able to see as easily as the Pella Christian players see all their other teammates. It's going to be back to Hoops here. Hoops is going to try to sneak it by. Once again, just being swarmed again by those Pella Christian defenders. Bonzo going to try to header. It goes off Pella Christian.
Looks like this double header off of Pella Christian's head.
Torrey's up to Hoops. Hoops up to Gomez. Gomez just off in a beautiful assist to Kaponzu for their most recent goal. Gomez losing the ball.
Gomez with a step in, so that's going to be Stoltz with the throw in.
Roy Brownell trying to get in there and be aggressive still. So it'll be a penalty kick for Pella Christian. As Pella Christian will knock it in right off the top side. Jack Dalby Albright not able to get his hand up there high enough.
That thing had just enough curve on it when it took off and brought itself back down.
As Pella Christian swings momentum now, as they're more amped up than ever to say, hey, let's tie this thing up before halftime. If you're Grinnell, that's the last thing you want to have happen. Jack Dalby Albright, first year starting at goalie, taking the place of last year's senior Mateus Durr. Hoops bringing the ball up. He's going to reset back to Graff. Graff is going to pass it back to Hoops. As the pass will be a little bit long, as they will now go back to Pella Christian's way. With 4:46 to go, Pella Christian has the momentum favoring him. Grinnell's got to try to keep this a 1-point deficit going into halftime. Ball up to Brownell. Brownell's going to try to swing at the Stringfellow. Ball being a little bit too hard. Grinnell's going to throw in here. Hoops going to try to throw it in. Hoops with a great throw trying to get to Stringfellow. But once again, the height that you see from Pella Christian is just able to overhead every Grinnell offensive striker. Back to Jones. Jones is going to swing it to Caponzo. Caponzo is going to try to use that downhill speed that we've seen before. Caponzo is going to bring it back and slice it to Gomez. Gomez is going to get in front of it. Gomez thought was going to reset, but he tricked all of us there. He's going to hit up to Caponzo. If Caponzo can get it, he's going to try to get a shot on goal. He's going to swing back to Brownell. Brownell with the shot on the top right, and it will just be a little bit too long as we will have Pella Christian ball going the other way. Once again, once you see that ball get moving, that's when you see the best Grinnell offense.
Yeah, they get the momentum by, and at the same time, though, they're still getting a little bit bunched up where they're looking like they have great intent. They want to be able to space that ball out, but it's not happening.
Pella Christian goal kick, 3:25 left in the first half. It will go right to Jones. Jones is going to head it back to Pella Christian. Pella Christian being swarmed by Grinnell athletes. Incredible job by Grinnell there. Great boot by Roy Brownell. It's going to hit to Grace Caponzo, who will head it. He's going to be on the attack. Grinnell's got all the momentum right now. Pella Christian is going to try to swing it out wide, and it'll be out. It'll be a Grinnell throw in here. Torrey sprinting over to the opposite end. He's going to try to throw it in to Jack Hoops, the freshman. He's going to swing it over, and a trip will be called on Pella Christian. We will have a penalty kick here. If I'm Jack, I don't know. I'm guessing he has enough power. You might try it.
Not a bad angle there. We just see Pella Christian just did it. So
anything you can do. I was going to try it. Caught by Pella Christian goalie Fatma. That is his third or fourth save today.
I think they're going to call a penalty on Caponzo because he aggressively, he's even going to get a yellow card because as he was trying to block the kick, he went into the player with his cleat. So second yellow card given for the Grinnell Tigers.
Caponzo will be taken out for Seek. He will sub back in with 2:22 left in the first half. Caponzo leaving the match with one of Grinnell's 2 goals of the season, let alone today's game. Here is, can't see his number.
Yeah, I can't. It's
hard to read. Sorry to our Pella Christian viewers at home. Will Burkhead fighting to keep the ball in front of him as he's doing a pretty good job trying to get to the corner, and Torres will smack it to the corner. That will be a throw in from what we can see.
Yeah, Aaron
Oh
Donk.
my goodness.
Stoltz with the throw in there over the.
Part of me thinks some of these Pella Christian goals that you saw early in the season could have been these scenarios where the ball was thrown in from the side and you just have so much power behind it that
Either they get a header in and get it tossed off, or
it's going to be a free kick here for Pella Christian. A crucial goal here. If Pella Christian makes this, it's almost as going into half 0-0.
So Jack Fancher is going to be the one stepping up for that kick.
And it will go through. And it just like that, it's 0-0 again. Pella Christian ties the game up 2-2 now with 1:41 left in the first half.
Was he the same one that did the
I very well believe
free
so.
kick? No. He's good to get both
Number
of them.
13.
He's going to get both of them. Well, no. Stoltz is the one that kicked that one.
Yes.
Okay.
Graff bringing up the left side here. He's going to kick to Brownell. Brownell with the downhill speed, going to try to keep it in. And that will be not out on Grinnell. Graff will save it. It'll go off Pella Christian as it'll be a goal kick here. Grinnell has not had many goal kicks here. This could be a very crucial point where Grinnell could possibly score off this.
So let's see if we get a nice wraparound on Hoops' corner kick.
Hoops going to swing it wide. He's going to have just a little bit too much power there to Jones. Jones is going to boot it long as it will be out, and it will be a Pella Christian goal kick. Now, if I am Coach Custer, the last thing I want is for Pella Christian to score a goal in the last 48 seconds here of the half. Obviously, we haven't seen any team score that fast in turn of events that fast, but you know, anything can happen.
We'll give a shout out to Coach Faulkner there. She did the full stretch trying to catch that ball as it went across. Pella Christian.
Brownell's going to kick it back to Parmley. Parmley will kick it out. It's going to be Pella Christian throwing with 22 seconds left here in the first half. Saved by Dalby Albright with 10 seconds to go. As Dalby Albright will boot this high in the air, as it will land down on the head of a Pella Christian athlete. And as time expires, Grinnell will go into the half tied with Pella Christian 2-2 even. As a very exciting half for Grinnell soccer, scoring their very first 2 goals of the season. I think if the pace keeps up, we should have a very exciting second half.
Yep. And we're going to go to halftime with them. We'll hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. You're watching Grinnell Tiger Soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before, or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Paulie Ice Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, the Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars, the Dairy Barn, and the Grinnell Booster Club. We are 1 minute, 10 seconds away from game time, and we'll be right back.
We are about to get underway in the second half. Grinnell tied with Pella Christian 2-2 apiece. Grinnell scoring their first 2 points of the season, actually, in that first half. The first goal scored by Ben Stringfellow, and the second goal scored by Grace Caponzu off of a beautiful assist by Oswaldo Gomez. Pella Christian will kick off here as they have been having all the momentum favor their way, scoring their last 2 goals in the last 10 minutes of the match right before halftime. The ball will go out on Pella Christian. Jones will throw the ball in. Jones will... Ball will be stopped by Burkhead. Burkhead will try to bring the ball back up. The ball will be swing back to Seek. Seek will swing to Stringfellow. Stringfellow to Hoops. Hoops will lose the ball. It will go off Pella Christian as Grinnell will try to be fast with this. Hoops will lob the ball, and Hoops had a beautiful throw in earlier in the first half. Hoops will throw back to Jones. Jones will try to swing it up to Stringfellow, but it will not go. The ball will go off of, looks like to be Gomez, and it will be Pella Christian ball. Pella Christian will throw in. Hoops will take over the ball, which will give it right back to Pella Christian. Pella Christian will launch the ball all the way down to about the 40-yard line, and it will go back out, continuing to be Pella Christian ball as they are wasting no time getting the ball in. It's one thing about Pella Christian you've noticed throughout the night, as they do not take their time. They like to be fast and efficient, as that will be an automatic shot, as it will be saved by Jack Delby Albright. Delby Albright will kick. He will have a slight wind at his back this half, which he will get that all the way down to about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Jack Fancher with a header there, keeping that ball from going any further, but does get behind the Pella Christian.
Shot by Graff there, as if he got his foot a little bit more behind the ball than underneath it, that could have been a possible third goal of the season by Grinnell.
And that is, you made that comment earlier, the wind is coming out of the south a little bit more, and that might be a factor in how they're going to be taking their shots tonight.
The first half, most of Jack's goal kicks were getting to about the 40 of Grinnell's side, but that first kick taken by Grinnell got to the 40 of Pella Christian's side. A little bit of a rumble here between Pella Christian and Grinnell, as great sportsmanship shown by Pella Christian, helping up Jack Hoops, as he will take the penalty kick. Grinnell kind of staying out of the middle there, as you can see. They're staying pretty clumped up, which obviously certain teams have different play sets. As Grinnell will then turn around, and the ball got a little bit slight drop on it. It could have been went down into the hands or the feet of Rory Brownell there. Pella Christian will kick it right back to Jack Hoops as he will head it up to Gomez, which will swing it to Brownell. Brownell will swing it to Stringfellow. He already has 1 goal in this match tonight. As Graff will take a shot and he will score. Graff with his first goal of the season, and that is goal number 3 for Grinnell Tigers. An assist from who I believe was Rory Brownell. Graff had a shot earlier in the half that got a little bit more air on it, which probably shot over the goal about 20 yards. But this one, a lot more gentle and just got it into the bottom left corner.
You know, I really wish we had a Tiger student section here, because as many times as we've seen Rory Brownell get a football student section pumped up or a basketball student section pumped up.
That's right.
They ought to pay that back a little bit.
That's right. Which last year in the playoffs, we did have a student section going for that senior class. Although those games would be at Arns Park, as it seemed like there was some contact there. Julio Parmley was lifting his left leg there. It'll be Grinnell ball going the other way.
Which, I mean, I'm going to have a sit down with Jeff Blanchard, one of the officials, to give me a little bit further, better understanding. But it seems to be the Caponzo. I don't know if it's a time limit that once you get a yellow card that you have to sit, because he is still out as we start this second half.
Almost like hockey, you would assume, like a penalty. Stringfellow is going to swing up to Gomez. Gomez is going to kick it back to Hoops. Hoops will swing it back to Seek. Seek back to Gomez again. Gomez up to Brownell, who is going to try to get in front, but those long strides from those Pella Christian athletes just outstride him. Gomez going to try to work on Pella Christian. Stringfellow is going to swing it back to Gomez. Will Burkhead's going to swing it up to Seek. Seek's going to try to reset all the way back to Jones, as Grinnell's going to try to slowly make their way in. A little bit too hard off of Hoop's foot, and it'll be Pella Christian ball going the other way. Which this right here might be the slowest inbound from Pella Christian on the night, which is still faster than most of Grinnell's, as you see. Pella Christian wastes 0 time getting the ball in. Grinnell going to try to make a push up field. Tonight, Grinnell's offense has by far been one of the best we've seen all season from Grinnell. Obviously, if you didn't know, Grinnell going into tonight was actually scoreless on the season, as this is their 4th matchup of the season. It'll be out on Pella Christian. It'll be Jack Hoops throwing the ball in. Freshman starting. As I mentioned earlier, this is a very young Grinnell team. Grinnell has had multiple freshmen start this season, as we have Jack Hoops starting. Nolan McFarland has also had a start. We've also seen freshman Billy Lapato also put some games in. He has yet to start this season, but he has also put games in. We've also seen sophomores like Jeff Seek. Jeff Seek is only a sophomore, and he's started every game. So, you know, when they're young, you like to see them develop, but come their senior season with these sophomores, that's when you really get to see that experience shine. You got to see that with athletes like Kyle Dillon, Andreas Cantillo last year. Those guys definitely put the years in, and over time that experience really showed that senior season.
Yeah, the last three classes that have graduated out of Grinnell have been really solid senior leadership.
Yes.
And it passed on from class to class. In fact, I would say it was very unlikely. I mean, I know there were some freshmen, sophomores that started or played, but it's not a very common thing as if we have this year. But you kind of set the stage, and you're a good athlete. You step in there, and you're going to be the next leaders for the next batch.
Roma's going to try to bring it up, as he will get it stolen, as he's going to bring it back, as he might have a shot here, as he's going to try to center it up. Very unselfish play from Gomez there. As Graff with the impressive show of speed, as he gets taken down by a Pella Christian defender there. They may lack the height, but they definitely don't lack the speed.
Yeah, they're definitely getting in there and breaking it up on the defense side. And offense, I think Coach Coster is pretty excited. they're gaining a little bit more physicality playing that offensive end and pushing the ball where they want to get it.
Which I can't be quoted on this, but the names that I am seeing right now as a shot taken by Graff is it almost went over the defender there. As I was saying, a lot of these names I'm seeing, as you mentioned, Roy was leading the student section in football. You don't see many of these athletes playing multiple sports, as last year and previous years you saw athletes like the Dillon brothers, Gavin McFarland, Mateus Durr, all these guys were multi-sport athletes. Andreas was also a wrestler during the winter months. You see all these athletes become multi-sport athletes, which not only helps them during the spring during these seasons, but helps them let them shine during their respective sports. As you don't see that as much these days with some of these athletes. Obviously, with this young team, you have these younger build athletes, a little bit shorter, a little bit skinnier, but once you give these guys time, like you do every high school athlete, you start to see growth. You start to see muscle put on after time in the weight room, and that's when you start to see that physicality really pay off come the senior seasons. Beautiful shot there by Brownell, and it'll be recovered by, that'll be Gomez, I believe, and that is a Grinnell goal. Roy Brownell passed it to Gomez. He hit it off the face of the Pella Christian goalie, which was an amazing save, but right back to him again as he will try a second try. At first you don't succeed, try again, obviously, and that will be his first goal of the season.
A night of many first.
Something that you see obviously in the Pella Christian stat line is you see obviously Theo was leading the team in goals by far. Something that could be positively shown in the Grinnell stat sheet is not one guy has scored multiple goals for Grinnell this season, which shows not only teamwork, but it shows incredible unselfishness and ball movement. That is Roy Brownell, I'm pretty sure, second assist of the night, and that ball will go flying out of bounds by Pella Christian. Grinnell ball will be taken in. Graff with a throw that slipped off his hands, it looks like, and I don't think that's legal. Seems that it slipped off Graff's hands and he hit it before anyone else could touch it again. It'll be Pella Christian ball going the other way. 30-11 left in the second half. Grinnell leads 4-2 over the Pella Christian Eagles. Ball will go out on Pella Christian. It'll be Grinnell ball going the opposite direction. Inbound by...
Yeah, I cannot see it. I need to get binoculars.
Well, I think it was a
better
Grinnell
glasses.
name, but my apologies, Grinnell fans. This is my actually first time commentating. As many of you fans of the Tiger Livestream know, my brother Blake Walker does most of the Tiger Livestream sports these past 4 years. I'm his brother Tyler. I've been taking over tonight. So getting to know names, obviously, is not the easiest. Ball will go up to Graff. Graff will go back to Hoops. Hoops going to... Beautiful footwork by Hoops as he's going to swing it back to Jones, I believe. Jones going to swing it up to number 8. I don't know if we've seen today.
Nolan McFarland.
Nolan McFarland. I don't know. It might possibly be... Is that brother of Gavin?
Yes, it is.
So another brother of the Grinnell alumni.
And we all know his mother, Jeanette McFarland, the dairy barn owner. I'm sorry, Jeanette. It's a little bit cold for dairy barn tonight.
Towards the end of the week, it seems like it'll be better weather for that.
45 degrees is what we're looking at TT Cranny Field with a wind of 5 miles an hour.
A little bit less than what we had the girls' game with max gust speeds of up to 40 miles an hour.
That is true. I stopped over and visited the concession stand. They were working diligently trying to get the hot chocolate machine going. They were successfully having cold water and fudge.
28:04 left in the second half. Pella Christian will bring the ball up. It'll be a shot, and it'll be deflected by Albright, and Albright's going to pick it up. Seemed like he hesitated there for a second. Wanted to pick up a penalty almost. as he will kick that. That will get some wind behind it. Like I mentioned earlier, there is a slight breeze out of the south there as it'll go up to Kapanzu as the ball go out. McFarland will throw in. McFarland will throw in to Jones. Jones back to McFarland. It will be Pella Christian ball going the other way.
Nolan thought he was stepped in a little bit further than he was, but he was not. Footwork over here by Greco.
Theo just splitting the defense once again.
Hoop steps down in front and takes it right away, and they're going to run that sideline. McFarland's looking up Caponzo. Nice lead for him. Graf's running that far side.
Which this is, from what I can see, this is Nolan's fourth game of the season he's played in. So even though he is only, this is the first time he's touched the field today, he has been in every match. And from what I can see, there is only 2 Grinnell Tiger athletes that have not touched the field this season. So when you want to talk about depth that you see in teams, Grinnell is very easy to show depth. And you want to talk about support that you also see. I'm looking at the Grinnell sideline right now. Every single guy down there is standing up and is cheering for their team, where Pella Christian seems to be huddled in blankets, which I also do not blame, as it seems like this Iowa winter has dragged on long enough for us. Shot on goal taken by Jack Hoops. It'll be just short. Saved by Fatma. We apologize if we have strained that name.
We're probably way off.
We probably are. You don't realize how hard it is to do commentary until you get a list full of names that you got to pronounce for an hour and a half straight. Ball will be from Hoops. Hoops will throw it up to Graf. Graf gets it stolen from him. As the ball will be caught from Jack Dalby Albright, he will slingshot it up to Hoops. Hoops will turn around, and he's going to go up to, he's going to try to go to Seek. As Theo got around Jack Dalby Albright and attempted a shot, but went slight left there. Would have had an opportunity to make this a 1-point game again. Jack Dalby Albright with the goal kick here. Jack will kick it up to Hoops. Hoops will launch it upfield to McFarland as Brownell will try to save that. That will be out, and it will be Pella Christian ball. Pella Christian once again being able to get the ball where they want to very easily. Grace Caponzu going to hit it upfield to McFarland, who was just short of getting there. Grinnell will inbound. It is Roy Brownell. Roy Brownell will recover the ball once again. He's going to hit it up to Jack Hoops. Hoops is going to try to work on the defender here. He's going to want to reset. Oh, but he faked him out, and it will be out of bounds on Grinnell. Will touch it last, and it will be Pella Christian ball. Header attempt by Hoops was no good. And it seems like the ball will go back to Pella Christian. It seems like it will be a penalty kick.
So Jack Fancher's going to get a long boot on it.
Ball will go up to Julio Parmley. He's going to try to recover it. And a shot attempt by number 5. That will be Ethan Van Arendonk, the freshman. He has started all 5 games this season for Pella Christian.
Grinnell is just doing a very good job on the defensive side.
Yes. And honestly, offensive, you could also say their ball movement has probably been the best they've seen all season. I think once you get to those low teens in the second half, minute-wise, that's when you start to see fatigue like you did in the first half, and that's where you saw those 2 Pella Christian goals. If Grinnell wants to seal this game off and win this, they've got to keep pressing and being physical. You can't let up on defense. It's going to go up to Stringfellow. It's going to be lost. Back to the Pella Christian defender. He will knock it out of bounds. It'll be Grinnell ball going the other way. That would be Torres throwing it in. Torres has been excellent on the defensive end today. Multiple clears for Grinnell as he's going to center the ball up to Jones. Jones will take it up. It's going to be stolen by Theo. Theo is going to get stolen from him. Up to Caponzo. Grace is going to go. Caponzo is going to hit it up to Roy Brownell. Brownell is going to hit it up to Gomez. Gomez had a goal earlier this match. Gomez is going to, turn the brakes on. I had the defender lost there for a second. Will Burkhead's going to let it roll to Jones. Jones is going to try to hit it back up. Jones gets the ball again. Just went underneath his feet. It'll go to Parmley. Parmley's going to hit up to the Pella Christian defender here. Gomez is going to try to work on it as he gets his feet underneath. That's
going to be ball in, so that's going to be a throw in for Grinnell.
I beg to laugh just the height difference you see between the Grinnell defenders, or Grinnell strikers, and the Pella Christian defenders. As beautiful kick there by Jones. It'll get inside. Those short spurts of running really kills Grinnell with the long strides of the Pella Christian defenders. Going to go reset back to Jones once again. Jones is going to send it up the field to Gomez. Gomez started running before the ball. Back to Burkhead. Burkhead's going to launch it up the field as it will go to the goalie of Pella Christian, which is Keegan Fatma. Once again, we apologize if we are.
Will just put the boot on her there.
Yes, he did. Will puts his body on the line for anything in the sport, it seems like.
Yeah,
which you love an athlete that does that.
I think he stuck his head out there about 10 times so far tonight.
Ball will get booted away by Pella Christian. Once again, Will Burkhead throwing his chest into it. He's going to try to almost bicycle kick it backwards. So it'll be out of bounds. It'll be Grinnell ball. Torrey's going to quickly run out. Torrey's has always been very fast of getting it in. It's going to be out once again on Pella Christian, as that's going to be Jack Hoops throwing it in. Hoops with a beautiful run-up. Hoops going to get it over the Pella Christian defenders to Stringfell. Stringfell is going to bring it up, and Stringfell will sadly get booted out, but Brownell's going to try again. That will be deflected by Pella Christian. 2 great attempts by Grinnell there, but better defense by Pella Christian. Incredible job by Pella Christian there, recovering with their goalie stretching out. We were giving credit to Grinnell earlier for doing the exact same thing, as Theo is splitting our defense apart like string cheese, as he's going to take a shot, as Jack Dobby Albright will deflect it away, but it will be knocked out by Grinnell, but it seems like there is a penalty called, it seems like.
Yeah, I don't know if. There again, we just apologize for not knowing the rules. Looks like it's going to be
I could watch Hudgen all day, it seems like.
Yeah.
Just the way he can finesse the ball, and
he
go wherever he feels like.
He reminds me of a well-tuned running back, the way he swivels at his hips and just dances with that ball.
Pella Christian will throw in here. 19:01 left in the second half. Grinnell leads 4-2. It'll be a header by Jack Hoops, and the ball will be caught by Jack Dalby Albright. If he can get a good hit here with the wind coming on his backside, he's got about 4-mile-an-hour wind on his south side, which has shown to actually carry it a lot more than what we've seen on the first half with Grinnell kicking to the north. Or kicking to the south, my apologies. Gomez is going to try to center it to Roy Brownell. Grace Caponzu is going to send it up to Ben Stringfellow. Stringfellow, who had a goal earlier in the first half. He's going to try to center it to Caponzu. Caponzu was just short on the kick, and it will be Pella Christian who's going to just barely save it, and Pella Christian's going to take it the other way.
Parker for
Tori's being absolutely aggressive. Going to reset to Jones here. Jones is going to hit it up to Gomez on an island right now. Gomez split it in defenders left and right. He's going to hit up to Roy Brownell. Brownell is going to almost attempt a chance there, but sadly could not get behind it. I'm thinking he slowed down because there could have been a possible offsides. Ball be booted up by Ben Stringfellow, and him and Jack Hoops did not decide who wanted the ball there. Will Burkhead is going to take over. He's going to try to hit the center back up to Gomez. Gomez is going to hit it. Gomez is going to bring it up the field. Oh, what a beautiful move by Gomez. Gomez swinging up to Caponzu. Caponzu couldn't get control of it. Pella Christian going to hit the other way. Back to Jones. Jones is going to swing it up to Caponzu again. Once again, Pella Christian, the length of the defenders just... all they have to do is take one extra step and they can get in front of Grinnell entirely, it seems like. Pella Christian throwing the other way. It's going to be recovered by Jones from Grinnell. Jones is going to lob that ball all the way out of bounds. Or it's close.
It was on the line.
16:40 left in the second half. Grinnell leads 4-2 to Pella Christian Eagles. Grinnell looking for their first win on the season. Pella Christian looking to end their losing streak, which right now have lost the last 3 and has been shut out in the last 2 by Norwalk and Indianola with a combined score of 9-0.
Shut out every game.
Last 2.
Oh, Pella Christian, sorry.
Yes, last 2. Pella Christian did start the season strong with back-to-back wins. First one against PCM 4-1, and second one against an Albia team with a score of 5-2.
Gonna have a substitution in. Graf's gonna switch out for
Stringfellow. Stringfellow has been contributing very important minutes, has been very incredible on the offensive side today. Like I said before, Grinnell, it was around this time in the first half that Grinnell started getting tired, and that's when you saw those 2 very crucial Pella Christian goals that tied it up in the first half. If I'm Grinnell, you have to keep the pressure going. Jones is to throw in. He's going to throw into Graf. Going to go back to Hoops. Hoops is going to turn around, throw it, or toss it up to Brownell. Brownell is going to lose the ball. It's going to go back to Pella Christian's way. Hoops attempts to take the ball back, but no good. Jones is going to boot that ball. Jones is very good at changing the momentum of the ball.
It's interesting because Caponza, when he's striding out, he can actually take about a bunny hop and kick.
Yes.
At something 3 foot in the air that normally you don't see a lot of people do.
Grace Caponzu, I had the pleasure of being teammates with him on the track program last year, and he is a very, very explosive and agile athlete. Pella Christian ball going the other way. 14:20 left in the second half. Theo taking the ball again. Once again, just slicing through the defenders. Gets tripped on the ball, though, and makes contact with Grinnell as they are going to call a penalty there. Ref might have saw something different. From our angle, it seemed like he's still on the ball, but obviously they have different angles than we do. It's going to be a penalty kick for Pella Christian.
So Jack Fancher is going to lead that in, which...
About this time, he hit one from the same spot. A little bit too much air on that one.
Yep, the wind gets up underneath there. And it's not a consistent wind. It's just kind of a gust here and there. You'll see the the good old glory flag take a burst here and there.
That'll be Albright with the goal kick as he'll go right to the Pella Christian defender. Well, Burkhead's going to once again step in. Jack Hoops in the middle there. He's going to swing it back to Jones. Jones is going to bring it up the ball. Be out of bounds on Pella Christian. Grinnell's going to want to go faster if they want to switch the momentum, but it seems like they're going to slow down. Jones is going to look at his options. A lot of headers here from Pella Christian here. Hoops is splitting defenders left and right. Hoops trying to make his way up. He's going to want to reset back to Torres. Torres going to set himself up here for a great kick. Here goes Caponzo with that downhill speed. He is going to burst all the way back. Sadly, not enough as Pella Christian tried to boot it out. Here goes Gomez. Gomez going to try to work with the defender. Sadly, could not get it. The defender very disciplined there, staying very stable. Hoops trying to work on the defender. Going to go back to the goal again. He's going to want to boot it out. Seems like Pella Christian's goalie is not favoring picking it up this half, more or less just booting it out, maybe trying to speed up the offense, you could say.
Something went wrong there.
If you were Pella Christian right now, it seems like you would definitely want to stay on the physical side if you wanted to get back into that. Am I right?
Yes.
Seems like the wind has picked up here, as you can see the beautiful American flag waving very proudly right now. As that ball will be carried very far into the opposite corner, as Pella Christian is now going to take a goal kick. 11:26 left in the second half. Grinnell still leads 4-2 over Pella Christian.
So Jack Francher's going to kick that out of there, which with his leg, he's been booting him pretty far.
Even with the wind. As it'll be stolen by McFarland. McFarland's going to try to get on the inside, but the quick footwork there by Pella Christian defenders just taking it away from him, and the ball will go out on Graff. I'm pretty sure it'll be Pella Christian ball. Pella Christian swinging in. Graff trying to take it away from Pella Christian. Ball will go up. Jones is going to smack it, but it looks like Hoops
got a foot on it and coasted it out to the bleachers.
Which might have been the best case scenario for Grinnell. It'll allow their defense to get set up here. As overthrow by Pella Christian. Be Jack Hoops throwing the ball in for Grinnell. Jack Hoops has a very good looking form for when it comes throwing in. It seems like he uses his body very well.
Yeah, he had a good lead there on Caponzo.
Well, Burkhead has been very solid on the defensive end today. He's going to try to get up to Brownell. Will not go. Going back to Torres. It'll be kick back to Burkhead again. He's trying to work on the defender. Burkhead has just been incredible on defense today, not allowing anything by him. Number 6, Seek, will kick it out of bounds. Seek is also a sophomore. He is started in every game this season. Hoops tries to head it. It'll be caught by Dalby Albright. Beautiful save by Dalby Albright, and he wants to go. Dalby Albright does not take his time trying to get that ball out of there. He wants to go and go fast.
And on this end, Cabanza, he is ready for it.
He wants to go fast just as bad. The ball go up, and it'll be out on Grinnell. McFarland's going to want to get that into Caponzo as fast as he can. As now we are going to get a sub. Ben Stringfellow is going to sub out for Caponzo. Both have a goal on the day. Stringfellow had the first goal of not only the game but the season for Grinnell. McFarland going to try to work on it against the Pella Christian defender. Going to drop his defender. It's going to be up to Brownell. Brownell can save it, and if he can center it up to the top, as it'll be smacked down by a Pella Christian defender. Great look by Rory Brownell, and that will get booted by Pella Christian all the way to almost the 50-yard line. Pella Christian bringing the ball up. You're going to be headed by Will Burkhead once again. used his head alone to change the direction of that ball. Probably sent it about 10 miles an hour in the opposite direction. A lot of contact there. Jones not happy with that whatsoever between Pella Christian and Grinnell.
Yeah, Greco just basically took his arm and tried to pull him down.
Beautiful stop there by Graff, being able to take control of the ball again. Ben Stringfellow going to hit it back to Graff.
I think a little bit what we're seeing here is Pella Christian's kind of frustrated with the foot speed of Grinnell. I mean, Grinnell is doing some pretty awesome footwork out there, like we're seeing with Jack Hoops right there.
I think that's what's allowed Grinnell to get such great looks at the net, I guess you would say today. Grinnell's ball movement has been incredible. Grinnell has assisted on 3 of their 4 goals today, I'm pretty sure. As the ball will go out, it will be a Pella Christian ball. 7:42 remaining in the second half. Grinnell leads 4-2 over the Pella Christian Eagles. So going, Jack W. Albright's going to tip that out, but Huggins is trying to save it. Ball is going to be goal kicked by Jack W. Albright. 7:03 left in the second half. W. Albright to kick. So we'll get it over the head of Pella Christian to McFarland. McFarland's going to sadly not get enough behind that. It will go out and be Pella Christian's throw in. Pella Christian to throw. That will be thrown in by number 11, Parker. Back to McFarland. McFarland will try. That will not go. It will be Grinnell throw in. They're going to want to go now. Jones with the throw in. Jones is going to look at his options. Jones with also a very good throwing form. Seems to be this game, Grinnell seems a lot more fundamentally sound than what it looks on paper earlier this season. It almost seems like they're more relaxed, more ready to go, which that could be because they are on their home field. But overall, it seems like Grinnell just seems more prepared for this match, more relaxed, you could say.
Well, sometimes you got to take a look at what past records are and know that you've only lost 2 matches to them, so that gives you a little bit of fire.
Ball will just slip by Stringfellow, and it will stay in. It will go up to the fight between Burkhead and Hudgens, and that'll be a shot by Pella Christian just off the top left side. That would have been a very crucial shot by Pella Christian, as that would have made that just a 1-point game with 5:16 to go in the second half. Today has been a very good defensive day for Jack W. Albright. Only allowed 2 goals today. So he will boot it up all the way up to Stringfellow, who was passed to by Roy Brownell. Stringfellow, this looks very familiar to what we saw in the first half. Stringfellow splitting defenders and will try and goal, and he will get it to go. That looked very familiar to something we saw in the first half. Ben Stringfellow with his 2nd goal of the season, led by Roy Brownell, who snapped it to him right after the goal kick by Jack W. Albright. I told you, once that ball starts gets moving, and once you get that momentum on edge, there's not much stopping this Grinnell soccer team.
Yeah, the Pella Christian goalie kind of pulled out to the side there and is just kind of a missed look.
As I will give credit, Pella Christian's weak help side has been incredible against this Grinnell offense today. But thankfully, Grinnell caught them slacking. It seems like we have open field with McFarland here, as he's going to try to kick up to Graff as he was just behind. An incredible look. Once again, just an unselfish play by Grinnell, as it seems like that's all today's been, is just unselfish plays.
Looks like we have a Pella Christian player down. So,
Midfield.
Other than timeouts and player injury, that is the only time the clock does stop.
could be having cramping issues with the weather obviously not being ideal for what you would call spring sports. It definitely does not feel like spring sports just yet.
Grinnell's athletic trainer Kelly Rose will go out and check with him and make sure everything is moving like it should be moving.
Seems like she had a good laugh walking off the field, so seems like he's okay. We always like to hear that here in Grinnell. Pella Christian to throw in. It will be stolen by Jack Hoops. Hoops is going to try to go middle. Hoops is going to take a shot at the goal, but it will be saved by Pella Christian goalie Keegan Fatma. As it seems like Grinnell's going to get some subs here with 4 minutes to go.
It's like Peter Simpson, number 21, and number 17, Will Dalby Albright.
Will Dalby Albright is a sophomore. And Peter Simpson is a junior for Grinnell. Both have played in 2 games this season for Grinnell.
Excellent job there by Curran Jones. Kind of the save on the backside.
It says Will here actually started in 2 games that he played in this year. Just shows you the diversity that you see on this team. Corner kick by Pella Christian. Definitely a crucial goal needed here with 3:16 to go in the second half, and they will not get it to go. This will be a Grinnell goal kick.
Definitely with 3:09 left. The Grinnell Tigers are starting to feel a little bit better about the match. They just got to play some good defense and continue to strive down that offensive line.
We see Kieran Jones, the junior, checking out. Beautiful job on the defensive end today by him. And we also see Braden Graff, the sophomore, check out for Grinnell, as he also did an excellent job today. Obviously, Ben Stringfellow leads the team today with 2 goals, but I'd say overall this has been an incredible afternoon by the Grinnell Tigers. Obviously, 2:54 left in the game. You can't say anything's official yet, but you've seen some very aggressive play. You've seen a lot of fundamentally teamwork plays that any coach likes to see. You would like to think that Parker Custer is very happy with his team's performance so far today.
If you're joining us today on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network via the YouTube channel or on our on our webpage, go ahead and give us a like if you like what you see. If you'd like to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Every time we go online, you'll have a little notification back to your inbox and saying that the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is live.
Ball go up to Brownell. Brownell will try to save it, but it says it will be out on Grinnell. It will be Pella Christian ball going the other way with 2:04 remaining. Just 2 minutes before Grinnell can officially say they have their first win of the season. Which we can both easily say here up in the booth that this has been an excellent performance by the Grinnell Tigers.
Yeah, definitely a good play back and forth. You know, the first 3.5, 4 minutes, Pella Christian seemed to have control of the ball on their offensive end, and then Grinnell made some adjustments and either, decided to spread the ball out, because that's what we saw in the beginning. Yep. Everyone was just kind of clumped together.
Stringfellow, here he goes once again, is going to try. Stringfellow, a little upset. I think, Stringfellow, I think if he possibly wants that hat trick, which we just saw from Sydney Miller in the last girls soccer game played on this field. She had 3 goals herself against Mid-Prairie. Julio Parmley going to kick it up to midfield. Just take it right back by Pella Christian. Pella Christian bringing the ball up to about the 20-yard line. Not Will Berghead. Julio Parmley trying to chase down the ball. I give a lot of credit to this Grinnell defense. They have been physical today. Will Burkhead, Jones, Torres, all of them have been absolutely incredible on the defensive end, very physical. Will Burkhead...
I'm not so sure he hasn't used his head to hit the ball more than his foot.
Burkhead has been using his head more than anything ever today.
But I will tell you this, that he has made some good header shots to keep that ball out of
Yes.
where it needs to be. So good job off the Will.
McFarland, who just came in about halfway through the second half, he has also been doing an excellent job for Grinnell. Roy Brownell has also been, although there was the little stump with the yellow card in the first half, Rory has been incredible passing today, and that will be, with time expired, Grinnell will take the win over Pella Christian Eagles 5-2, which will move Grinnell to now 1-3 on the regular season.
Yep, that's a great way to bring home a game, especially right here at TT Carani Field. We'd like to put a shout out to our sponsors, Pauly Ice Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, the Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars, Dairy Barn. It is a chilly night, but you know they got warm food. Stop out and see Jeanette Tracy at the Dairy Barn, and are thankful for our Grinnell Booster Clubs that run our concession stands every night. We have home events and bring us warm food right here at the TT Carani Field. So for myself, Dan Walker, and my cameraman / play-by-play fill-in, Tyler Walker, thank you for joining the Tiger Sports live stream network. You have been watching Grinnell Tiger Soccer live from TT Carani Field. Thank you for joining us.
This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is a violation of the law.